hey, today. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah.
They followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do. Follow me home, and it is absolutely staring at me right now.
Late at night, a hiker was hiking through the woods when his camera caught something strange. A light appeared ahead, tall, lantern-like, floating in the air, bouncing slightly as it moved.
Hey, today. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah.
It didn't belong to any hiker or campfire. Something seemed to control it. The sight was eerie. What could it be? A trick of the trees? A strange phenomenon? Or something supernatural moving with intent? Fear gripped him. What if the light stopped above him? What if it caught fire, ignited the forest, or dropped straight on someone's head? The possibilities raced through his mind. When the camera captured it, it didn't make sense at first. Trees, deep-rooted, heavy, appeared to be moving. Not swaying like normal wind, but shifting slowly, as if something beneath them was pulling. In the middle, several moved together. On the other side, just one tree moved on its own. There was no strong breeze, no storm. What could cause that? Roots tearing underground, an animal pushing from below, or something unseen moving through the forest using the trees as cover? The longer he watched, the more uneasy he felt. Trees aren't supposed to move like that, and whatever was causing it wasn't showing itself yet. A hiker was filming when his camera caught something unsettling. From the darkness ahead, a pair of eyes reflected the light, real eyes, shining back at him. They didn't move, they just stared.
They followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do. But they followed me home, and it is absolutely staring at me right now.
He froze, unsure if it was an animal, a person, or something else entirely. The way the eyes stayed still felt wrong, like whatever it was had noticed him and decided not to hide. What could it be? A wild animal watching from the shadows? Someone standing silently by the road? His heart raced. What if it suddenly moved? What if it rushed the car? He stayed still, camera shaking, wondering if leaving was safer, or if whatever was watching was already too close. While hiking, the camera caught something strange. The atmosphere changed. The breeze felt wrong, heavier. Trees began to shake, not violently, but as if something large had just moved through them. The lens slowly lifted. There in the distance was a figure walking upright. Its movement looked almost human, like a woman's stride, but the body was covered in thick black hair. Too tall, too dark, too still to understand. What was it? A trick of light and shadow? An animal moving in a way the mind couldn't place? Or something else entirely, revealed only for a moment when the forest shifted? The camera kept recording, the figure kept walking, and the woods didn't feel empty anymore. The hiker was riding his bike along a narrow trail when something caught his eye, and the camera captured it. Bones, scattered, white against the earth, almost glowing in the fading light.
That's kind of creepy. Go this way. This is where most people would turn around. If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side.
He froze. Could they be human? Or animals? A hiker who went missing? A wild animal left to decay? Or something stranger? Something unnatural? Every theory made his chest tighten. The forest around him felt heavier, darker, as if holding its breath. Even the wind seemed to whisper warnings. He pedaled on, uneasy, unable to shake the question. What or who had left these bones here, and was it still nearby? At the edge of the farm, farmers spotted something strange, a weird creature, wild and alert, moving silently among the grass. One lucky or unlucky farmer caught a glimpse. The creature crouched, watching, searching for a way to escape. Its body was wild, untamed, but it seemed almost intelligent. A hand-like limb reached forward, testing its surroundings, calculating its next move. What could it be? A wild predator? A dangerous, cunning animal? Or just a frightened creature trying to survive? Every time it appeared, the farmers froze. The question lingered. Is this creature a threat? Or something no one truly understands? The hiker was hiking when he reached a quiet, hilly valley. Below him, water pooled between rocks, still and dark. As he looked down, he froze. In the water, he saw a shape, huge, curved, almost like a dinosaur rising just beneath the surface. His heart jumped. For a moment, it felt alive, watching, breathing. He told himself it was just a reflection, a rock, distorted by light and ripples. But the longer he stared, the more real it felt, as if the water was hiding something old and massive beneath it. What could live in a place like that? Was it only his fear shaping shadows, or had he just glimpsed something meant to stay unseen? On a sunny afternoon, two ladies were hiking, relaxed and talking, when they suddenly saw a moose standing ahead of them. The moment froze them both. Its size, the wide antlers, the stillness. None of it matched the calm day they were expecting. For a second, no one moved. What if it charged? What if they startled it without meaning to? Being caught that close unexpectedly changed everything. A moose doesn't need to roar to be dangerous. One sudden step, one panicked reaction, and the situation could turn violent in seconds. The shock wasn't just seeing the animal, it was realizing how quickly a peaceful hike could become something much worse. During the day, something unbelievable happened. The mountain didn't just sit there, it changed. At first, smoke rose from the ridge, thin and unnatural like the mountain was breathing. Then came the sound. A deep crack. Rocks began to break loose. One after another, they snapped free and rolled down the slope, growing faster, louder and unstoppable. The ridge split in places, sending debris crashing below. Down there, cars were parked, still, unaware. What if the rocks hit them? What if someone was inside? What if the mountain didn't stop breaking? There was no warning, no time to react. Just gravity, chaos, and the terrifying realization that when a mountain decides to move, nothing below is safe. Late at night, a hiker sat inside his car. In the woods it was quiet. Too quiet. As he leaned back, ready to pass out, movement caught his eye. Something crept past the window. Slow, careful, not human. He held his breath. Moments later, it came again, closer this time, sliding through the shadows near the glass as if it knew it was being watched. Its shape was unclear, but its presence felt intentional. What if the hiker hadn't noticed it? What if he unlocked the door? What if the creature wanted inside of the car? Frozen with fear, the hiker realized the worst part wasn't seeing it. It was not knowing whether it had already seen him. A woman was hiking through the forest in broad daylight when she noticed something strange ahead. One tree was shaking, not from the wind, but as if something was gripping it from behind. The rest of the forest was still, too still. She stopped walking. Her curiosity fought with fear. What could cause that? A large animal? A hidden person? Her mind jumped to Bigfoot, though everyone said it didn't exist. Still, the movement felt deliberate, heavy. Then it stopped. She held her breath. If it was nothing, why did it feel like she was being watched? And if it was something alive, why did it stop when she noticed? The family went hiking deep into the woods, where an old lonely house stood half hidden among the trees. While resting, one of them noticed something pass behind a tree and stay and hide behind a tree. The creature was peeping through behind the tree. It was quick, but real.
But I'm telling you, I could have sworn I saw somebody. Oh my goodness. Hey, Zach! I could have sworn. See, Zach! There is some, there. I could have sworn. See, Zach! There is a man over there.
Curiosity took over. He decided to check. Step by step, he moved closer, calling out. No answer. The forest felt too quiet. Then he passed the tree. Nothing was there. But the feeling didn't leave. Something had seen him. Something had moved first. It was broad daylight in the woods when a hiker captured something strange on camera. At first, everything looks normal. Trees, sunlight, stillness. Then a shadow moved. Not a cloud. Not a person. Just a shape sliding between the trees, fast and unnatural. His mind told him nothing was there, yet the camera didn't lie. The shadow appeared again, moving this time, as if it knew it was being watched. What was casting that shadow when nothing stood there? And if it had a shadow, what was standing just out of sight? Inside a glass house deep in the woods, someone was filming when the camera caught something unsettling. Outside, among the trees, one trunk stood out. It wasn't just bark and knots, it had a face. Clear, structured, eyes, a nose, the shape of a mouth, like a human frozen inside the wood. At first it felt impossible. Trees don't have faces, but the longer they looked, the more real it became. The expression didn't change, yet it felt aware, as if it was watching back through the glass. Was it just nature playing tricks on the mind? A shadow and texture lining up perfectly? Or something older, something hidden in the forest, choosing to reveal itself for just a moment? Late at night in the woods, the camera was still recording when something huge crossed the frame. It wasn't fast, and it wasn't hiding. A tall, massive shape moved between the trees, blocking out the stars for a moment before disappearing into the darkness. It walked like it knew the path, like it had been there before. Was it Bigfoot? An animal standing too tall? Or something that didn't care about being seen anymore? The forest went silent after that. No wind, no insects, just the feeling that whatever walked past her was still nearby. A man went into the forest to gather mushrooms growing on a fallen tree. The woods were quiet, almost too quiet, as he carefully picked them from the damp bark. Then it happened. A loud, sudden cry echoed through the trees, deep, raw, and unnatural.
And this one. And there's one over here. Looks like it's holding some water. Huh? I think it's time to go.
It didn't sound human. It didn't sound like any animal he knew. The sound froze him in place, his heart pounding as the forest seemed to close in around him. He looked around but saw nothing. No movement. No warning. That was enough. He didn't wait to find out what made that sound. Leaving everything behind, he hurried back the way he came, shaken by one thought. Whatever was out there knew he was there. The camera caught it during heavy wind in the woods. At first it looked like a normal storm, branches swaying, leaves flying. Then one tree began moving differently, not just bending but pulling, as if something was trying to tear it out of the ground. The trunk twisted back and forth, roots straining, resisting. It looked like a fight, the tree holding on, something unseen trying to drag it away. The wind alone couldn't explain it. So what was pulling the tree? And why did it stop the moment the camera shook? The camera caught it by accident. High on the tree trunk, something clung to the bark. Thin, dark, almost like hair, but too still to be wind, too deliberate to be moss. It swayed slightly, as if reacting, as if aware it was being watched. Was it fur, a creature hiding, or something left behind by whatever passed through the woods before the camera arrived? The forest stayed quiet, too quiet, and whatever it was, never moved again. Deep in the forest, a tree stood alone, its trunk covered in strange holes. Not random, not natural. The holes were deep, deliberate, as if something had carefully dug into the wood from the inside out. No animal tracks, no broken bark, just silence. What kind of creature does that? What lives inside a tree and knows exactly where to dig? The longer it was filmed, the more unsettling it felt, like the tree wasn't abandoned at all, just occupied. Someone was taking a casual stroll through the woods near their home when they came across something unsettling. A strange little structure tucked between the trees. Stepping closer, they realized exactly what they were looking at: a witch's hut. They snapped a few photos and posted them online, and the comments exploded with warnings. Don't touch anything. Don't take anything. But the damage was already done. Something inside had already been picked up. Disturbing a place like that is never a good idea, yet the uploader didn't seem bothered. They were only curious about who set everything up, and what their intentions might have been. While hiking deep in the woods, a strange movement suddenly caught my attention. At first it appeared to be a shadow, until the shape stepped into a faint beam of light. A tall, dark creature covered in coarse hair, moving with a slow, deliberate stride. Some say it resembled Bigfoot, but this one felt different, almost aware. The moment it sensed nearby presence, it paused, then turned back toward the trees and lifted something from the ground. A smaller figure, a baby. Everything went silent. The forest held its breath. What kind of creature protects its young in the darkness like that? And why was it there? In 2016, a clip surfaced from a camera hidden deep in the untouched North American wilderness. The footage showed something towering, thin as a dying tree, its head stretched and distorted, its face sunken as if life had been carved out of it. It didn't move like an animal, and it definitely wasn't human. When the image hit the internet, theories exploded. Some swore it was evidence of the legendary Wendigo. Others insisted it had to be a clever edit, a prank, a hoax, anything but real. But with so little information, doubt is natural. Still, a question lingers in the dark. What if that thing is out there, right now? This clip was posted by a TikTok user who wandered near the woods late at night. That's when something unusual caught his attention. Two pairs of glowing white eyes staring from the darkness, perfectly still, watching. Confused and unnerved, he pulled out his phone and began recording, hoping someone online could identify what he was seeing.
So this frickin' thing, it's staring at me. It followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do. But it followed me home, and it is absolutely staring at me right now. Oh. Alright.
The footage spread fast. Some viewers claimed it looked animal, but not quite. Others said the eyes were too steady, too synchronized, too aware. Whatever those eyes belonged to, they weren't acting like anything natural. So the real question is, what kind of creature waits in the trees after midnight? These photos were posted by a Reddit user who was driving through the Appalachian Mountains when something stopped him cold. A wrecked car sitting silently on the side of the road. Wanting to document the scene, he snapped a picture. At first it looked completely normal, just a tragic accident in the mountains. But when he examined the image later, something strange emerged. Zoomed in, a warped, yet eerily defined, figure seemed to linger near the twisted metal. Some viewers swore it looked like a restless spirit caught between worlds. Others insisted it was only a trick of the light. Still, whatever appeared in that photo left people deeply unsettled. A man was camping with his son in Salt Fork State Park when they noticed a shadowy figure drifting between the trees. Startled, he pulled out his camera and captured a brief, shaky clip of whatever was out there. The moment rattled them so badly that they packed up immediately and left the park, too unnerved to stay another minute. Later, he uploaded the footage to his channel, hoping viewers could help identify the strange being. After the video was stabilized, brightened, zoomed in, and enhanced, one thing became obvious. It moved on two legs. But the grainy quality hid its true form. Whatever that creature was, its presence remains a chilling mystery. A TikToker shared something her dad witnessed during his late-night delivery route. As he drove along a quiet road, something caught his attention. A small child sitting alone on a swing, slowly drifting back and forth in the darkness. The moment felt wrong. There were no houses nearby, no playgrounds, nothing but empty road and trees. He muttered and pulled over for a better look, but the second he glanced back, the child was gone. Only the swing remained, moving gently, creaking like someone had just slipped off. Then the air around him shifted, turning icy. Was it a ghost? A real child? He didn't wait to find out. He sped off, shaken to his core. On a freezing January evening around 6:40 p.m, a trail camera snapped a single haunting image on a lonely dirt road. Two mysterious shapes appeared, one of them bending in a strange, leg-like form, eerily similar to the infamous Fresno nightcrawler. Curious and unsettled, the camera's owner uploaded the photo online, hoping someone could explain it. Some viewers claimed it was nothing more than a deer beside a person, but others pointed to the unnatural stance, the distorted outline, and the fact that this was the only image the camera captured all night. Whatever those figures were, something about that picture feels deeply wrong, especially in the shadowy depths of the Appalachian wilderness. A man was hiking deep in the Appalachian Mountains when an eerie feeling washed over him. He pulled out his phone and slowly panned across the trees. That's when something appeared.
What is this?
In the woods of Appalachia, they say if you see something strange, don't look twice. But this man, he looked, and then he ran toward it. The figure vanishes in an instant, ducking behind a tree. The camera shakes just for a second, and when it refocuses, nothing is there. But freeze the footage. Look closer. Several viewers point out a second set of eyes in the brush. Others swear there's a horned silhouette just off frame. The comments pour in. Why would you run toward it? That's not curiosity, that's a death wish.
Which looked like a black and white figure standing perfectly still in the bushes. The second it seemed to realize it was being recorded, it dropped out of sight and vanished without a sound. When he checked the exact spot, nothing was there. No tracks, no movement, nothing. Some people claim it was just a prank. Others believe it might have been one of the mysterious beings rumored to wander the Appalachian woods, watching from the shadows. A Reddit user shared a chilling moment from a hike in Albemarle County. While making his way down a quiet trail, he suddenly froze because just a few feet ahead, something that looked unmistakably like a cobra rose from the ground. Its hood flared, and its hiss sliced through the silence. For a second, he believed he had walked straight into a deadly encounter. However, he later discovered the truth. The creature wasn't a cobra at all. It was an eastern hognose snake, a harmless species known for its dramatic bluff. When threatened, it spreads its neck, hisses fiercely, and puts on a terrifying performance to scare off anything nearby. In the end, the moment was more heart-stopping than harmful, but unforgettable all the same. A Reddit user captured a quick photo in the dead of night, expecting nothing unusual. But when the picture was checked later, something unsettling appeared. Behind the house, a pale shape seemed to be peering out, white, human-like, and oddly still. It wasn't smoke drifting by, and it wasn't a trick of the lighting. The outline looked disturbingly similar to a person, or something trying to look like one. What made it even stranger was that no one outside noticed anything at the time. No footsteps, no movement, no sound. Whatever that figure was, the camera was the only thing that saw it. And the way it hid, half visible, silently watching, left viewers with one chilling question. What was standing there in the dark? Back in 2001, a hiker named Hutch Huffman recorded something unsettling deep in the wilderness. His camera captured a towering, fur-covered figure moving between the trees. The footage was blurry and aged, yet the creature's motion looked disturbingly natural, too fluid, too heavy, too real to be someone stumbling around in a costume.
It's absolutely real. I'm telling you, apply the same scientific principles that they espouse to that film and tell me it isn't real. Don't forget, science is an attitude. It's not machines. Science is an attitude of questioning. Not doubting, but questioning. Science may or may not ever get the proof that'll satisfy it.
For years, skeptics have tried to tear the video apart, labeling it a hoax or a clever bit of editing, but every analysis ends the same way. No one can explain what's actually in the clip. So the question still lingers 2 decades later. What kind of creature was walking through those woods that day? A Reddit user shared a trail cam photo captured on a friend's property, and the image was downright unsettling. Standing between the trees was a tall, shadowy figure, human-shaped, but strangely stretched and distorted, like something that didn't belong in the real world. Some people insisted it was just a shadow or a bit of motion blur, but others weren't convinced. The friend who owned the land admitted that they had always felt uneasy near that exact spot, as if something was watching them from the tree line. Whether it was a trick of the camera or something far more sinister, that single image was enough to send chills through anyone who saw it. Hiker really put his life on the line just to catch a better view. He inched his way toward the edge of a mountain cliff, like 100 feet straight down, despite everyone around telling him it wasn't a good idea. And then it happened. He slipped. He fell hard off the cliff, hitting the ground so badly he couldn't even stand up afterward.
Just come back, man.
Just come back.
Oh yeah, I'll come back sometime. Oh, this is fucking beautiful.
It is, but...
Hey, no native crabs, girl.
Oh shit, is he okay? Wait. Dude. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh shit, man.
No,
Don't look at it. You smoke.
Don't look.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We told him to come back up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need to call. You have your phone. Get your phone.
Helicopter is out. Here.
Give me a call. Oh my gosh.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, we. Baby girl.
Just move back in.
Oh my gosh.
That moment alone was enough to send everyone watching into a state of panic. You could literally feel the fear in their voices. Imagine risking your life just for a photo or a view. That's a bold move, but also a scary one. Thankfully, he survived, but I doubt he'll ever try something like that again. Deep in the forest, a lone hiker's peaceful trek took a terrifying turn. Out of the shadows, a massive moose emerged, its enormous antlers casting an imposing silhouette. Every step it took seemed to shake the ground beneath. Heart racing, the hiker froze, pressing against the rough bark of a nearby tree, barely daring to breathe. The moose's dark eyes scanned the surroundings, sensing every movement, every sound. Time seemed to stretch, each second dripping with tension. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, the giant creature turned and disappeared into the dense woods. What could have ended in disaster passed quietly, but the haunting presence of the moose lingered, a reminder of nature's raw, unpredictable power. This person was out in the woods just recording the scenery when things took a wild turn. Out of nowhere, he spots this massive boulder rolling through the forest, like it's nothing. No push, no trigger, just a giant rock casually cruising between trees. Now imagine being a hiker in that same spot. Not hearing it, not seeing it, just minding your business, and then boom, a whole boulder comes flying your way. That's the kind of thing that turns a peaceful hike into a near-death experience real quick. The rock eventually stopped, but the moment, absolutely terrifying and weird at the same time, nature sometimes does its own thing. This Reddit user was out hiking when she witnessed something she never knew was even possible. Out of nowhere, a massive bear started climbing a tree, and not slowly. It shot up that trunk like it had rockets in its paws. She stood there frozen, realizing she had severely underestimated how fast bears can move, and how quietly they can appear.
Whoa.
She didn't stick around to make eye contact either, because once a bear locks eyes with you, you never know if it's curious or ready to switch into full aggression mode. So she backed away slowly, heart pounding, and slipped out of the area before things took a very dark turn. A reminder, in the wild, you're never as alone as you think. On a slick, rain-soaked mountain, a hiker's adventure turned into a fight for survival. One wrong step sent him tumbling down the steep slope, sliding uncontrollably toward what seemed like certain death. The world became a blur of mud and rocks, every second stretching endlessly. Just when it felt hopeless, a sturdy tree caught him, halting the terrifying slide. Heart pounding, he sat there, trembling, as images of his life flashed before his eyes. The narrow escape left him shaken, a vivid reminder of how quickly nature can turn deadly. After surviving such a harrowing ordeal, the thought of anyone else facing the same nightmare is unbearable. A moment of thrill became a memory of sheer terror. This guy was cruising along a quiet trail, just enjoying his ride, when something completely unexpected happened. Out of the side bushes, a whole motorcycle suddenly slammed onto the trail, like it dropped straight out of nowhere. The clip cuts off right after, so nobody really knows what happened to the rider or how the bike ended up launching out of the woods like that. But imagine actually being there, riding peacefully, and then a full-size bike comes crashing out of the bushes beside you. Your heart would jump out of your chest. The whole moment feels eerie, like something went very wrong just out of sight. It's one of those clips that leaves you with more questions than answers. A group of friends set out for what they thought would be a peaceful hike, surrounded by the calm beauty of the wilderness. But nature had other plans. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a patch of quicksand-like mud, thick and sticky, that trapped their feet with a terrifying grip. Panic set in as they struggled to pull free, each movement making it worse. Laughter bubbled up nervously, masking the fear as they realized how close they came to being stuck completely.
Hold on. Wait,
We're just digging out, but you just can't pull it right out. Wiggle that foot.
You have to get out there. Okay. My shoe isn't coming with me.
Well, you may be shoeless.
I thought my leg wasn't gonna get out without being broken. It literally felt stuck like cement around it.
like quicksand.
Yeah. There we go.
Katie, there's your shoe. It's better than having nothing.
Can I just sit down?
What started as an exciting adventure quickly turned into a test of patience, strength, and wits. By the time they escaped, relief mixed with lingering unease, proof that even the most innocent hike can take a dark, unexpected turn. This hiker took living on the edge way too literally. She climbed all the way up a mountain and then casually sat right on the cliff's edge, nothing in front of her but open air and thousands of feet of straight drop. One wrong move, one slip, and that's it. Game over. She's just sitting there, legs dangling like she's on a park bench, enjoying the view while everyone watching is having a mini heart attack. It's beautiful, sure, but also the kind of thing that makes your palms sweat just looking at it. Honestly, no hike is worth flirting with gravity like that. Some risks are just way too real. This guy was riding his bike deep in the woods, just enjoying the trail when out of nowhere, boom! A massive angry bear charged straight at him. No warning, no time to think, just raw panic. His bike fell. He was trying to outrun it, but the bear was fast. Way too fast. Then, out of pure luck, the bike made this loud rattling noise, metal clanking, engine whining, and somehow that startled the bear enough to make it back off. One weird sound saved his life, but imagine for a second the bike stayed. Silent. No noise, no scare factor. Just him. Alone. In the middle of the woods with an aggressive bear coming full speed. That could have ended very differently. Sometimes survival really comes down to pure luck. While exploring a national park, a group of hikers faced nature's sudden fury. Approaching a river crossing, the calm water turned treacherous in an instant. A flash flood surged, its raw power threatening to sweep them away.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Jump. Just in time. That is absolutely insane. We literally just got out like 2 minutes ago.
Hearts pounding, they fought against the relentless current, barely keeping their footing. Every second felt like a lifetime as the river's force grew stronger, pulling at their legs and testing their strength. With sheer determination, they managed to drag themselves to safety just before the waters became unstoppable. The near miss left them shaken, a stark reminder of how quickly adventure can turn into danger. This Reddit user was out hiking when he stumbled onto something seriously unsettling. In the middle of the quiet woods, tucked inside a hollow tree, he found a giant dried fish head, just sitting there like it was placed on purpose. Who does that? Why would anyone haul a huge fish head all the way into the forest and hide it inside a tree? The more you think about it, the creepier it gets. Was it some kind of ritual, a warning, or something way stranger, something you're not supposed to see? One thing's for sure, finding that in the woods would send chills down anyone's spine. This Reddit user thought she was in for a peaceful camping night, until everything changed. Around midnight, she heard heavy footsteps outside her tent, slow, deep, deliberate. When she peeked through the fabric, her heart nearly stopped. A massive bear had wandered out of the woods, sniffing around like it was searching for its next meal. She froze. No sound, no movement, just pure panic. Every rustle of the bear's breathing felt like it was inches from her. All she could do was sit there in complete silence, praying the creature wouldn't notice her scent. A YouTuber, Manunggaling Jagad, shared this hiking encounter on YouTube. The channel is well known for uncovering eerie and unexplainable events that lurk in the shadows of nature. He hiked deep into the forest, the kind of place where the night feels heavier, where every sound makes your skin crawl. But what he stumbled upon left him frozen in shock. Right there in the tall, damp grass was a green snake, blending perfectly into the grass. Think about it. What would have happened if he hadn't noticed it in time? What if his hand had brushed against it, or worse, he had stepped on it? Out there, in the middle of nowhere, one wrong move could mean life or death. Kalong Camp Official, a YouTube creator, shared this terrifying adventure. His channel is known for exploring haunted cemeteries and abandoned places where spirits are said to linger. This time around, they went to a cemetery to spend the night there. As they settled in their campsite in the graveyard, locals had told him about a ghost often seen nearby. Suddenly, things started getting strange. The bamboo nearby cracked and fell violently on the place they were staying, although there was no wind.
Di sana Mas. Itu di pohon itu ya temennya. Itu warga tuh sering ditampakkan sosok pocong ya. Itu berdiri tepat di depan pohon itu. Masa merogol dewi Mas? Jadi emang di sebelah sana tuh ayam. Kursi? Apa ya? Apa ini mas ya? Astagfirullahaladzim. Ya Allah. Punten, Mbah.
Are they being chased away by an unknown spirit that doesn't want them there? Imagine being alone there. Would you stay, or would you run? Nobody knows what might happen next. If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. This story was shared by YouTuber Sierra on YouTube, whose channel is known for exploring some of the most haunted and cursed places, capturing raw and terrifying encounters with spirits. They went camping in the forest, and before they could even settle down well, they started perceiving some weird and unsettling scent, like camphor mixed with perfume, though there were no flowers anywhere. Why would such a smell linger in a forest like this? Will you dare stay after getting that smell earlier on? As if that wasn't enough, just after getting that smell, they began to hear some footsteps and sounds from the trees without even seeing anybody passing.
Ya, malam ini teman-teman, karena bener-bener mati aktivitas di desa, itu apa ya, sepi banget teman-teman. Orang mana datang? Oi, orang kah? Suara orang, Pan?
Will you dare stay there overnight? Imagine hearing people talking inside the forest, and you can't see who is talking. From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Haunted Finders on YouTube, a channel known for diving deep into the UK's most terrifying paranormal hotspots. Tonight, they went back to the infamous Cannock Chase, a place where people claim to have seen everything. Black-eyed children, pigmen, werewolves, even UFOs. Imagine walking through those woods knowing all that. Will you even dare enter a forest like that? Before they even started the investigation, they heard a strange noise, too loud to be a dog barking. Imagine how scary that place would be.
There's been everything sighted in this forest, from the infamous black-eyed children, pigman, werewolves, UFOs, you name it, it's been sighted in this forest. Now, if you've been on the channel for a while, you'll know we've been to Cannock Chase a few times, extremely haunted, and that some really strange things happen here. Now, before we even started, we thought we heard this noise that we originally thought it was a dog, wasn't it?
It was too loud.
But it didn't really sound like a dog to me, and it was like a weird noise.
After hearing a strange sound before you even start doing whatever you went to do, will you continue? Then came the chilling voice through the spirit box. You must leave. Not once, but twice.
Is somebody there? What the shit was that?
Yeah.
You must leave.
You must leave.
Yeah.
That's twice we've been told to leave.
Yeah. Why must we leave? We've got a right to be here.
Why did the spirits not want them there? What do you think is going on? Would you dare stay in Cannock Chase after that? Or run before the pigman found you? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. A YouTuber named Franco TV, whose channel is known for exploring haunted places, forests and cursed locations around the world, he went to Chile, so he visited the infamous pet cemetery, which is said to be the most active and terrifying spot ever. Almost instantly, he began hearing movement in the forest. Have you ever visited a place that terrified you before?
I just got in this place, and I'm hearing movement coming from the forest. This is by far the creepiest location that I know. Just trying to see if I can see something moving back here.
He went inside the cemetery, and what he found will blow your mind. Strange tarot cards and writings calling it the Forest of Witches. Why would someone leave those cards there? And why is the place called the Forest of Witches?
So I found tarot cards out here. Just kind of like all through the floor. There's like these little writings that the last time I was in another part of this place, and it says this is the Forest of the Witches. I don't know what that's about, but that's actually on, you've probably already seen it because this is the second video. I want to see if I can look with my third night vision here to see if I could see anything moving.
Then he said he heard chilling sounds, like a baby, followed by eerie laughter drifting through the trees.
Still have my stuff here mounted on the tree. See? Oh, what the was that? I don't know if you guys just heard that. Oh, I heard something back there. Oh, that was creepy. It sounded like a baby. I'm gonna get my stuff. So what I just heard now, I don't know if you heard that, it sounded like a laughing. It's not what I heard. I heard people laughing, legit people. But it came from way further down there. Just looking around here. You hear that? Sounds like whistling. I'm gonna lower my IR.
Alone in that creepy forest, will you continue exploring, or will you leave immediately before it gets worse? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. Kuba Mysteri shared this terrifying encounter while camping on YouTube. His channel is known for camping in some of the most haunted and cursed places across Indonesia. He set up camp on a lonely beach, a place where just weeks earlier 2 teenagers drowned and their bodies were laid on the very sand where he pitched his tent. Locals whispered that their restless spirits still wander. Will you ever go camping at night in a place where tragedy happened just a week ago? While still at the camp, a sound echoed from the distance, and he saw a white figure appear near a tree, but when he rushed closer, it vanished into thin air.
Astaghfirullah. Ini apa nih, Cok? La ilaha illallah. Allahu akbar. La haula wala quwata illa billah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Wa asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. La ilaha illallah. Allahu akbar. Wow.
What creepy creature was that? What do you think was after? Will you still stay there after seeing something you've not seen before appearing right before your face? Imagine being there, trapped between the ocean and the spirits of the dead. Would you have lasted the night? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. This terrifying camping encounter was shared by Min Story on YouTube. The YouTuber is known for exploring cursed forests, haunted rivers, and places where dark entities still linger. While camping by a dried riverbed, he suddenly heard a strange sound. Then a smell that was unbearable, like something rotten had been dropped over there. He went to check what was making the sound and what was smelling. Then he heard another sound again. What is making those sounds? Or something mysterious is around watching him closely. Then came footsteps in the bushes.
Sini teman-teman. Tadi pun pas saya lagi makan, lagi masak, itu terdengar ada sebuah suara
Could it be a wild animal or the serpent spirit locals say haunts this area? Would you dare camp here knowing spirits with ruined faces are said to roam these grounds? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. Rugged Road Explorers, a YouTube creator who is known for hiking deep into the remote regions of the Rocky Mountains and the vast deserts of the American Southwest, uncovering lost ruins and ancient sites hidden deep in the wilderness. But you know, sometimes the past leaves behind more than broken stones. It leaves behind echoes. He went hiking in the mountains, and what he saw was something unusual. While scanning through the canyon walls, he saw some scattered pottery shards, and strange white handprints appeared above the rocks.
So seeing how this is square here, you see how this is? I would bet that they had a pit house here, temporary one, where it had a wood rock foundation and then wood all the rest of the way up. But check this out. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is too cool. Oh my gosh. Look at all the pottery. Holy smokes. Look at that. That's amazing. That is just too cool.
Whose hands were those, or something still lingering? Intricate designs on broken jugs whispered of rituals and forgotten stories from ancient days.
It's obvious people have been here because they picked up certain pieces and put them up on a rock here, but look at the intricate design of the one in the center there. And then this was part of a jug at one time. You can see this right there, you have different time periods in different areas. Here you have some flint, looks like a spearhead. Very cool. And again, another kind of design.
Could these markings hold darker meanings? Would you dare step into a ruin where every stone feels alive with secrets? The last clip was chilling. but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. A YouTuber, Banja Balangan, is known for capturing terrifying paranormal encounters while camping on camera, and this one is not for the faint of heart. While camping deep inside the forest, the atmosphere was calm, too calm. He set up his tent unaware that something was already watching. At first, it seemed like a trick of the light, until a pair of glowing white eyes with a shadowy body passed through the darkness. The figure was moving slowly, deliberately, and inhumanely. What kind of creature was that? A ghost? A demon? Or something that should never be named? Imagine being alone in the forest and realizing you're not just being watched, you're being hunted. Would you continue camping, or would you run for your life before something even stranger happened? This creepy video was shared by Aventurasi Jose, a YouTuber known for hiking deep into the desert and uncovering the strange and unexplainable. He went hiking deep into the forest, expecting just a normal, peaceful adventure surrounded by nature. But what he stumbled upon was something so disturbing, it still haunts him to this day. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the trail, he saw something that simply did not belong there. At first glance, it almost looked human, a woman's figure. But then the horror set in. Its leg was made of iron, the body looked rotten, twisted, and horribly unnatural.
Eso se ve horrible. No ve. Uy, 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 uy. Mire. Pero ese hierro, pátate. Pátate. Hay disparos. Se escuchó un disparo. Se escuchó un disparo. Uy. Oiga por allá. Oh, para allá pasa el tren allá. Mire. Mire, mi gente. Mire lo que se encuentra uno. Tiene patas de hierro. Mire, esos son, pero es ahí tiene las piernas. Mire, pero es como de hule. Mire, como que es una mujer, mire. Pero es una mujer de hule, de hule, como que es mujer. Pero es cosa de eso de mujeres que usan hombres a lo mejor. Mire, yo pensé que era persona la que...
How could something like this exist in the forest? Was it a statue, a spirit, or some kind of grotesque creature left behind by something we don't yet understand? Here's the terrifying question. How did it get there, and what exactly was he looking at? Would you dare to keep walking deeper into the forest after seeing something like that? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. A YouTuber named Jelly Official, whose channel is well known for exploring the paranormal and capturing the unexplainable on camera, shared this scary encounter. He hiked deep into the woods, hoping for nothing more than a calm, peaceful night of camping under the stars. But that peace didn't last long. In the middle of the night, something terrifying broke the silence. Strange, untraceable sounds began echoing from the darkness, eerie noises with no clear source. He looked around, but there was nothing, no movement, no figure, just the sound circling him in the night.
Seperti ada suara anak ayam ya teman-teman. Ya kan? Kok ada suara anak ayam ya? Jangan-jangan kuntilanak teman-teman ini.
Alone in the forest with no one around to call for help, he kept hearing those unsettling sounds. What was it? A warning? Or something waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Would you pack up and run? Or stay frozen, not knowing what might step out of the dark? Could it be an unseen creature stalking him? Or something not human at all? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. This terrifying video was posted by Jesus Arias, who is known for diving deep into the desert to uncover the mysterious things hidden out there. He was hiking deep through the desert, where nothing but sand and silence stretched for miles, when suddenly he stumbled upon something that should not have been there. In the middle of nowhere, hidden beneath the blazing sun, was what looked like an underground room, sunken into the earth. No roof, just an open pit at ground level. He claimed it might have been a shield or shelter for soldiers during a war, but that only raises more questions. Why would anyone return to a place marked by war and bloodshed?
Está en estos lugares. Pileta de agua. ¿Dónde están las tuberías? No hay. Eran cuartitos subterráneos estos, gente. Nosotros hacíamos esto antes cuando yo era soldado. Y puras maderas arriba. Entramos así y escuadra. Por si disparaban, no nos dieran. Y nosotros estábamos en esta área. Pongamos que la entrada estaba en la esquina. Así como ratas escondidos andábamos. Y viendo así para abajo, como ahí. Si pasa alguien, un convoy. Ahí, pum, 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 pum. Y así. Miren dónde está esto. No inventes. Y no se ve de abajo, no se mira. Fácil. Maderas. Y o si pensaba la gente que era casa regular, arriba. Su tarimita. O una tipo casita aquí. Una tipo casita. Y si disparaban.
Who built this strange structure in the middle of the desert? And more importantly, what was it really built for? Could it have been a war hideout or something far more mysterious? Something we weren't meant to find? Tell me, would you step down into a place like this, not knowing what secrets it hides? If your heart's racing now, brace yourself, it's about to get worse. This video was posted by Mama, a channel well known for diving into the paranormal and capturing moments that defy explanation. Alone in the dead of night, he set out for what he thought would be just another peaceful camping trip in the forest. Everything seemed calm, almost too calm, until his camera captured something truly mind-blowing. At first it was subtle, just a tree branch swaying back and forth. But here's the chilling part. There was no wind, no breeze strong enough to make it move. So what was pushing it? An unseen presence lurking in the shadows? And then, the night turned darker. From out of nowhere, a ghostly figure appeared, dressed in flowing white, its head cloaked in black, and its piercing eyes glowing sharply through the darkness. Just as quickly, it vanished into thin air, leaving nothing but fear behind. What was that? Why does this forest seem to breathe with unnatural forces? Would you dare spend the night where the unknown roams freely? The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. Let's see what the forest holds for us next. A YouTuber named Arnold Outdoors shared this video. His channel is known for fishing, camping, hunting, gardening, and, of course, some goofy shenanigans in the Pacific Northwest woods. But this time, things took a much darker turn. They climbed high into the mountains, curious about what secrets might be waiting out there in the wild. Then, out of nowhere, they stumbled upon something strange. A dark cave, hidden in the middle of nowhere, with steps leading deep inside. Drawn by curiosity, they decided to enter. But the deeper they went, the stranger it became. Massive rocks towered above them, almost like the cave was protecting something not meant to be found. The air grew colder, the silence heavier, and the darkness seemed endless. What could be hiding in a place like this?
And it goes back that way, I think, is deep dark areas. Alright, fire that light up and let's get a view of in here. Trip hazard, I gotta watch where I'm going and not watch the camera. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. That's so neat.
Yeah.
It's
This
crazy.
is cool.
This is totally natural because it looks
Yeah.
almost like cartoon.
It does, like they've burrowed through here. Alright, let's keep going. Can you see your breath? Oh, can't see your breath.
A little bit, I can see yours
Yeah.
a little bit.
Well, there's supposedly a bunch of other people down here.
Yeah, there was a big tour, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, come here.
Oh, wow. Whoa, shit. I almost tripped. These big clodhoppers on.
This big piece is like, oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is it just an abandoned cavern? Or a hidden lair for something far more sinister? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. This terrifying video was posted by Zero on YouTube. His channel is well known for uncovering eerie paranormal encounters and sharing terrifying, unimaginable activities caught on camera. He set out for what was supposed to be a peaceful night hike, just him, the trail, and the silence of the forest. But that silence didn't last long. Out of nowhere, he felt a chill run down his spine. And then he saw it. Hidden among the trees was a figure, a ghostly creature with a creepy head staring right at him. Its shape was faint, almost transparent, like a creature that shouldn't exist. His heart raced. Fear gripped him. The question echoed in his mind. What is that?
Oh, horror banget, men. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullah. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah.
Was it really a ghost silently watching him from the darkness? Or something far more mysterious lurking in the woods? Would you have kept walking deeper into the forest, or turned back immediately? And what if those glowing eyes began to follow you? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. In October 2020, YouTuber Noeg Craig, who is normally known for cooking videos, made the mistake of taking a solo camping trip near Spruce Pond. He set out into the forest for what he thought would be a calm, peaceful night of camping. But sometimes, the forest doesn't give you peace, it gives you nightmares. As he was about to drift off to sleep, the silence was shattered by strange noises coming from the bushes.
Who's there? Hello?
At first, he thought it might be an animal, but curiosity pulled him closer. That's when he saw it. Something so terrifying it made his blood run cold. Out of the shadows, a figure stepped forward, a man wearing a clown mask staring at him in silence.
What's this? What the?
Alone in the middle of nowhere, he didn't wait to find out what the masked stranger wanted. He ran, heart pounding, desperate to escape before it was too late. But here's the question. Who was that figure hiding in the dark? And why was he lurking deep in the forest at night? What's next isn't just creepy, it's the stuff of nightmares. Jose Flores Terror on YouTube shared this terrifying video. His channel is known for uncovering terrifying legends and exploring places haunted by dark histories. This time around, he hiked deep into the forest, expecting nothing more than a calm, peaceful night hike. But that peace was shattered in an instant. From the darkness, a loud, bone-chilling scream erupted, echoing through the trees, bouncing off the silence of the forest. But here's the terrifying question. Whose voice was that? Was it human, crying for help? Or something not human at all, luring him deeper into the woods? Alone, with only the forest around you and a scream tearing through the night, what would you do? Would you run for your life, or stay and risk finding out what's hiding in the shadows? Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This story comes from Exploring with Angelo on YouTube, a channel known for eerie night investigations and terrifying wilderness encounters. He set out to camp overnight, deep in the forest, completely alone. At first, everything seemed fine. He lit a fire, trying to settle in and enjoy the calm of the night. But then, the atmosphere shifted. It was as if something unseen was lurking just beyond the glow of the flames, watching, waiting. The once comforting silence of the forest turned heavy and suffocating. His heart started pounding as he realized he was not truly alone.
Nothing. When we're waiting in silence, whoa! What the hell was that? Oh! Jeez. What the f***? No way. Something just came, like, from behind me. And something hit the... What is going on right now? Hello? I don't even know why I'm saying hello right now, as if that's gonna do anything. Sorry if the microphone's a little wonky, guys, but I have it facing ahead of me. But no, seriously, what was that?
Imagine being at a campsite in the middle of nowhere, the fire crackling, shadows dancing around you, and then suddenly feeling unsafe. That creeping sensation that something is out there, hidden in the darkness. What would you do? Would you stay put and hope it passes, or pack up and run into the unknown? Have you ever dared to camp alone in the forest, knowing you might not be the only one there? This creepy video was uploaded by Franco TV, a YouTuber well known for hiking through eerie and haunted forests in search of the unknown. While hiking alone at night through what locals call the Skinwalker Forest, he began to hear something strange echoing through the trees, a faint sound at first, then clearer. It was like a dog barking in the distance, but out there, miles from any town or trail, there shouldn't have been a single living soul.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving forward. They know I'm here because I had my flashlight on. What the hell was that? Sound like a dog.
The barking grew louder, closer, and then it stopped. The air felt heavier, like the forest itself was watching.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving forward. They know I'm here because I had my flashlight on. What the hell was that? Sound like a dog. Is that a dog? Did I get off at the wrong road? Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna come back. Let's go down the mountain here.
Imagine being there alone, just you, the dark woods, and something unseen making sounds from the distance. Would you turn back immediately before something unexplainable happens? Or would you keep going, driven by curiosity, not knowing what's waiting ahead? What if the sound you heard wasn't a dog at all? What if it was something pretending to be one? Shadows hide secrets, and one is about to be revealed. This chilling video was posted by Wandi Sumatra, a creator well known for his fearless solo camping adventures deep in the forest. While camping deep in the forest, his camera captured something truly unnerving. In the stillness of the night, a creepy ghost-like figure suddenly appeared behind his tent, standing motionless, staring from between the trees, and then, just as quickly as it appeared, it vanished into the darkness. No footsteps, no sound, nothing. Imagine being there, surrounded by silence, the crackle of the fire fading and realizing something was watching you the entire time. What was that figure? A lost spirit? Or perhaps the unknown guardian of the forest, silently observing anyone who dares to enter its territory? Would you ever camp alone in the middle of a forest after seeing something like that? Because out there, when the night falls, you're never truly alone. From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This eerie video was posted by Amazing PA, a team known for exploring Pennsylvania's forgotten coal mines, hidden tunnels, caves, and abandoned structures. While hiking deep through the woods, they stumbled upon something extraordinary, a hidden underground entrance tucked beneath the trees. It wasn't just a hole in the ground, It was a perfectly built concrete porthole leading straight into a dark tunnel that seemed to stretch endlessly into the earth.
Things just got real eerily creepy and quiet.
What the heck is this, Phil?
Let's power down the bikes.
Oh.
Head underground. Are you ready, Tommy Knockers?
Yeah.
It's a nice concrete portal just at the beginning. Turns into a rock slope. Heading down. Today has been somewhat of a nightmare already. I'm only at about 50% at best. I'm dealing with a serious back injury right now, but I'm still here. Oh, and you want to explain to him my blunder? We made it all the way up here.
And then Phil said, uh-oh, where's my camera mount?
As they peered inside, the air felt thick, almost alive, like whatever was down there hadn't been touched in years, yet still watched their every move. The echo of the wind inside the tunnel sounded almost like whispers calling from below. Where could it lead? Who built it? And why is it hidden out here, far from anyone's reach?
I wonder who marked all these. We have an Explorer from 1994 and 1995. Good old John. Cheers. There's no bottom to it.
See you in the next hole. Crouch, crouch.
Under some sketch roof. There better be like a congratulations sign down here. If you made it this far.
21.
Yes, sir. I don't know. I'm thinking about going back.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, maybe we should because it's like the same thing over and over.
No, let's go.
What's that?
What's that? Tommy Knockers. What? Oh, it's a coal cart. We're walking right past it.
What?
Well, 21 was the magic number.
You want to go first?
No, go get it, brother. Go get it.
Now imagine standing there, staring into that dark, endless passage beneath the forest floor. Would you take a step inside to find out what's waiting, or walk away before the tunnel decides to swallow you whole? This spine-chilling video was posted by Stealth Diggers, a team well known for exploring and digging up mysterious places hidden deep in nature. While exploring the peaceful beauty of the forest, they suddenly stumbled upon something extraordinary and terrifying. At first, everything was calm, birds chirping, leaves rustling, until they heard it. A strange sound coming from beneath a large rock. Then, movement. Something was alive under there, shifting and scraping against the earth. The air grew tense. Each sound echoed through the silence, as if whatever was underneath was trying to get out. They froze, torn between fear and curiosity.
Are you listening for the ground? What do you hear?
There's noise coming up from under the rock.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I heard it a little bit more a few minutes ago, but
Like animal noise or?
like movement. Right about here. I'm serious.
Oh. There's definitely something under there.
Let's see if we can pick it up. So you definitely hear that, right?
Oh yeah. There's something digging around in there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you were eating. I was like, you're talking, but I'm like, something going on. Well, let's go for some exploring.
What could be making that noise? An animal? Something unknown? Or something that should have stayed buried? Now imagine you're in their place, alone in the forest. hearing that eerie sound beneath your feet? Would you dare dig it up to find out what's there? Because sometimes, in the heart of nature, the forest hides secrets you're not meant to uncover. What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This mysterious video was posted by Jesus Arias, a creator known for his daring hikes deep into remote deserts where few people ever venture. While hiking through the vast, empty desert, he stumbled upon something that shouldn't have been there. A wrecked vehicle, scattered and left alone in the middle of nowhere. It looked abandoned for years, its frame twisted and sun-bleached under the relentless heat.
Y esta estaba buena, nuevezona. Miren, aquí la vinieron a desbaratar. No inventes. Miren, se pasan de lanza. Miren nada más. Miren, ese estaba nuevezona. Este desierto está peligroso. Porque miren, aquí lo vinieron a desbaratar.
But the real question is, how did it get here? No signs of life anywhere around. Just this vehicle, left to rot in the middle of nowhere. Was it an accident? A mystery no one ever solved? Or something far stranger, something that made whoever drove it disappear? Imagine standing there, miles from civilization, staring at that wreck. The silence feels heavier, almost as if the desert itself is hiding the truth. So what do you think happened here? Because sometimes the desert doesn't just swallow sand, it swallows stories. This chilling video was posted by Dave Explores, a YouTuber known for hiking deep into mountains to uncover the hidden truths buried within them. While hiking through an abandoned mine mountain, he stumbled upon something completely unexpected. An old wooden cabin, hidden deep in the wilderness where no one should be living. From the outside, it looked weathered and forgotten. But when he stepped inside, everything changed. The place was filled with old furniture, kitchenware, and personal items, as if someone had just walked out and never returned. It felt frozen in time, too perfect to be abandoned. The deeper he looked, the stranger it became.
One of the mine adits, it's all collapsed in now. And next to it is a cabin. We're gonna check this cabin out real quick. The door's knocked down. And guys, what was this? What do you think this was? I love how the glass is still intact. Vandals haven't been up here. It's a pantry just tucked away in the corner. Oh, look at that old chair. This place is so decayed. The wash basin, the old chair, this whole roof is falling in. The cooktop over here. Oh, no way. Still intact. But the hillside's coming in. It might break that glass eventually. Then there's two doors. Let's take the left one. It's an interesting mechanism. The whole light socket's fallen. It was a small bedroom. There's the bed itself. It's been overturned.
Who built this cabin in the middle of a mountain full of abandoned mines? And more importantly, who was living here before? The air inside was heavy, as if the cabin itself were holding a secret. Now, imagine walking into that place, alone, surrounded by silence, knowing this mountain once swallowed lives. Would you dare explore further? Or turn back before you find out who still calls that cabin home? Shadows hide secrets, and one is about to be revealed. This eerie video was posted by Felipe Sena, a YouTuber known for exploring some of the most haunted and mysterious places you can imagine. While riding down a lonely forest road, he entered a spot locals call one of the creepiest places around, a stretch where strange things are said to happen. The trees grew denser, the light dimmed, and the air felt wrong. As he looked around, he noticed bones scattered across the ground, like remnants of something that shouldn't be there.
Ah, nega, será que pode ter alguém aqui fazendo alguma... Ó, crânio aqui, ó. Ó, aqui que o pessoal faz ritual, ó. Aqui morreu uma mulher. Meu Deus, cara, que lugarzinho sinistro. Ó, aqui é uma encruzilhada, ó. Ossos ali na frente, isso dá pra vocês verem. Ó, aqui ó, onde o pessoal faz ritual, traz água pra ela, ó. Barulho ali dentro do mato. Não dá pra ficar muito tempo aqui não. Perigoso furar o pneu, ó. Tem ossos ali, ossos pra cá. Ossos aqui, ó. Você tá doido? Um claro aqui atrás de mim. Acho que esse foi o reflexo da lanterna. Barulho dentro do mato me acompanhando, cara. Sei lá, que loucura foi essa? Não tô conseguindo nem desligar a lanterna. Deixa eu mudar de mão. Rapaz.
An uneasy feeling crept in, every instinct telling him to leave. But just as he turned to go, he heard it. A strange noise coming from behind him. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, following him through the silence. Imagine being there. Miles from anywhere, the forest closing in, and something unseen keeping pace with you. Would you still ride through that road after hearing what's happened there? What do you think is going on in that place? And most importantly, would you ever dare go there alone? This creepy video was shared by Cuba Mysteri, a YouTuber known for camping deep in the forest and documenting strange and unsettling encounters. While camping deep in the forest, he experienced something truly terrifying. As he stepped out to check around his campsite, the night fell completely silent, and that's when he saw it. A strange figure lurking in the bushes, half hidden, watching. For a moment he froze, heart pounding, breath shaking. Alone in the middle of nowhere, with nothing but the sound of the wind through the trees, he realized he wasn't alone.
La ilaha illallah. Astaghfirullahalazim. La haula wa la quwata illa billah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. La ilaha illallah. Allahu akbar. Coba teman-teman perhatikan baik-baik di sini. Ini suara dengan penampakannya yang kita lihatkan di depan mata kita. Dan kamera bisa tertangkap di kamera. Masya Allah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Apa kita kejar ataupun kita mundur? Ini kalau kita elokkan kamera, dia bisa hilang juga sih teman-teman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Imagine being out there, no lights, no help, just darkness, and that figure staring back at you. What would you do? Would you stay and camp like nothing happened, or grab your things and run before the forest shows you what's really out there? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This chilling encounter was captured by Outdoor Boys, a channel known for their family adventures in the wild, camping, traveling, forging, cooking by the campfire, and exploring the great outdoors. While on a solo night camping trip with his young son, hoping to enjoy some quiet family time under the stars, things suddenly took a chilling turn. What began as a peaceful night quickly turned into a moment of fear and suspense.
Ooh, it's bright. Got the fireplace turned around so I can work on it a bit. You hear that?
Out of nowhere, the sound of wolves growling, or was it laughing, echoed just outside their tent. His son was fast asleep, and he knew one wrong move could change everything. He stayed perfectly still, holding his breath, praying the creatures wouldn't come closer. Just imagine! If his son had woken up and cried at that moment, what would have happened next? Would the wolves have attacked? It was his brave silence that kept them safe that night. Now tell me, if you were camping deep in the forest and heard wolves circling outside your tent, what would you do? Stay silent or run for your life? The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. This eerie video was posted by Felipe Sena, a YouTuber known for exploring some of the most haunted and mysterious places you can imagine. While hiking along a mountain trail, he stumbled upon something unexpected. An abandoned car, rusted, shattered in the brush below the road. It looked like it had crashed years ago, tumbling down the steep slope before coming to a stop below the road. Curious and uneasy, he made his way down to take a closer look. The doors were twisted, the glass shattered, but what truly sent chills down his spine was the silence. No sign of anyone, no trace of what really happened.
Não tem ninguém não. Não tem ninguém aqui, né? Os paralamas. Parece que veio de lá mesmo, não foi? Ó, a árvore quebrada. Acabou caindo aqui, ó. Para-brisa. Não sei se foi o pessoal que roubaram os pneus. Que carro seria esse, hein? Aí, ó. 1.8, 16 válvulas. Rapaz, aqui parece que a pessoa sobreviveu, né? Se o pessoal vier mexer aqui no carro. Rapaz, vocês acham que capotou quantas vezes, ó? Vocês acham que deu perca total? Esse carro vai parar aqui, cara. Tem ninguém não. Isso aqui deve ser da lateral, né? Dali, ó. O banco quebrou.
What do you think went down here? Was it a tragic accident? Or something far more mysterious that forced the driver off the edge? Imagine standing there, staring at that wreck, knowing it's been waiting there for years, untouched, forgotten, and full of questions. Because sometimes the mountains don't just hide accidents, they hide stories. What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This video was posted by Taste of Nature, a YouTube creator well known for venturing deep into the mountains to camp and explore the raw beauty of nature. While hiking through the mountains, she thought it would be a peaceful, refreshing exploration, the kind that clears your mind and fills your soul. But nature had other plans. Out of nowhere, dark clouds rolled in, and within minutes the sky unleashed a heavy downpour. The rain hammered the trail, turning the ground slick and dangerous. Completely alone, drenched and shivering, she desperately searched for shelter until she spotted a rock overhang just big enough to hide beneath. As thunder roared and the rain continued to drop from the sky, she realized how she'd been trapped out there, exposed and helpless. Now imagine being in her place, stranded in the mountains, rain crashing down, the path vanishing. Beneath your feet, how would you feel? Would you try to push forward through the storm, or pray that the mountain gives you a safe place to hide? Sometimes, even a peaceful hike can turn into a fight for survival. One wrong glance, and you'll see what shouldn't be seen. This chilling video was posted by Dave Explores, a YouTuber known for hiking deep into mountains to uncover the hidden truths buried within them. While hiking deep through the mountains and forest, he stumbled upon something that shouldn't have been there. An abandoned house, standing eerily silent in the middle of nowhere. No neighbours, no signs of life for miles. The place looked old, forgotten, its walls cracked, its windows shattered.
Two-story cabins are pretty common in Idaho and Montana because of all the snow. I'd never see these in Nevada or Arizona, but it's really neat out here. Wow, what happened to the floor? Looking through the window, what's crazy is this is one of the least developed valleys in Idaho, which means this view hasn't changed much. There's no way to get to the second story. It would have been bedrooms up there. So it was a bit of a bunkhouse situation, a couple bedrooms up top. And then down below was a kitchen and living area. And right by was a small cabin. Oh, the old bed. That's it for this log cabin though. Everything's been taken out. It's neat. I like the log cabin style. The roof's all falling down now.
But one question lingered. Who would build a house this far from civilization? Was it once someone's secret hideout? Or maybe a place used to hide something that was never meant to be found? The deeper he explored, the stronger the feeling grew that he wasn't supposed to be there. Now imagine standing in front of that lonely house, the forest silent all around, the air heavy and still. Would you dare step inside? Shadows hide secrets, and one is about to be revealed. This mysterious video was uploaded by Jesse's Drone Adventures, a creator known for exploring the mysterious, the abandoned, and the unknown. He discovered something bizarre in the middle of the desert, a strange cluster of objects caught on Google Earth. He decides to check it out, but what he saw, he couldn't believe his eyes. Dozens of old luxury cars, once symbols of wealth and power, now sit abandoned and rusting beneath the scorching desert sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally found what we came out here looking for. And look what it is. It is literally a canyon full of old cars. I'm sure by now you're probably asking yourself the same set of questions that I'm asking, with the number one question being, how on Earth, or Mars for that matter, does something like this happen? How do dozens of classic cars like this that were once somebody's pride and joy end up in a wash miles out in the desert? And the crazy part is, once I made it back home and started researching this place, I was surprised by how little information exists. The only results that populated on Google was a picture taken here back around 2010. With little information being available, my mind started to wander, and it eventually led me to the conclusion that maybe I just found Arizona's version of the train station. And if you don't get that reference, I highly suggest that you get a subscription to Paramount Network and watch Yellowstone. I showed some pictures of this place to my friend that doesn't live too far away in Kingman, Arizona, and he said maybe you found a spot where the mafia would dump people's cars after they whacked them for cheating in casinos. Now, if this was near Las Vegas, Reno, or Laughlin, I would say he's onto something, but to my knowledge, there aren't any casinos nearby, and I don't think the closest town is big enough to have a mafia, in my humble opinion. Now, a couple minutes ago, when I chatted it up with the people in the white truck, I did ask them if they knew the backstory as to how all of these cars ended up here. And I'll get back to that in a minute here, but for now, let's hike down in the canyon and see what we can find. Hopefully we don't run into any rattlers. Eek. I have no idea what this one was. Part of me wants to say Oldsmobile, but I really have no clue. If you guys know what make and model this car is, let me know down in the comments section. Getting down there is actually the easy part, but it's the getting back up that becomes a problem. Look at all that metal and steel. As long as these aren't too hot, I think we can kind of play hopscotch on the cars here.
But here's the real mystery. Why are they all dumped here? Who brought them to such a remote place? And what could have happened that made people just leave them behind all at once? Was it part of a secret project, a forgotten scrapyard, or something much darker hidden beneath the sands? Just imagine walking through a desert and stumbling upon this. Rows of high-end cars decaying in silence. What's your theory? Because one thing's for sure, this is not normal. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This chilling video was posted by Wandi Sumatra, a YouTuber well known for his fearless solo camping adventures deep in the forest. While camping deep inside a haunted forest, something truly unsettling happened. As the night grew darker, his camera captured a strange figure, something lurking among the trees just behind his tent, staring. Moments later, a shadowy form appeared, faint but visible, and then vanished into thin air. What was that? A trick of the light, or something watching from the darkness? Could it be one of the spirits haunting this forest, forever wandering between the trees? Just imagine being there, alone, surrounded by the whispers of the woods. Would you dare spend a night in a haunted forest, knowing something might be watching you from the shadows? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This creepy video was posted by Jasko, a YouTuber well known for his fearless night camping adventures in haunted forests, places most people wouldn't even dare to walk through during the day. He decided to spend the night camping in his van, right in the middle of a haunted area, a place people warned him never to visit alone. At first, everything seemed peaceful, until the silence was broken by a faint whisper outside his van. Then came footsteps, slow, dragging footsteps circling.
Ghosts, spirits, I want to ask one more time. Can you prove to me that you are here right now? There's something walking outside, punching on the leaves. Oh! What the fuck? Hello? Hello? Oh my God. Oh! What the fuck is going on? Who's out here? Can you show yourself, please? Oh, I just heard something over there. I hear an owl. I almost wish I wasn't alone, obviously, but like, hello? Bro, I don't know if that was my eyes playing tricks on me, but it like got significantly darker for like half a second.
Heart pounding, he grabbed his flashlight, trying to see who or what was out there. But the beam revealed nothing, just empty darkness staring back at him. Yet deep down, he could feel it. Something was lurking close, watching, waiting. Imagine being trapped inside your van, alone, miles from civilization, with something unseen stalking around you. Would you step outside to confront it, or stay silent and pray it goes away before the night gets worse? Because in places like this, sometimes what you don't see is far more terrifying than what you do. Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This mysterious discovery was captured by Outer Range, a YouTuber known for his daring hikes through the deserts and mountains in search of hidden cliff dwellings, mysterious petroglyphs, and long-forgotten ruins. While hiking along a rugged mountain cliff, he stumbled upon something truly outrageous. A cluster of ancient stone houses built right into the side of the mountain. There were rooms, passageways, and walls carefully crafted by hands long forgotten. Yet strangely, no roofs remained. The silence around the place was heavy, almost as if the mountain itself was guarding a secret.
Range explorers. This is one of the greatest dwellings, multifamily dwelling for sure, that I have ever laid eyes on. This rivals Mesa Verde. Just trying to get a feeling of what it would have been like to live in a place like this. Here. Still has corn in there. There's a pocket in the wall. Not sure what that's for. Whoops.
Who lived here? Why would anyone build their home so far from civilization, high above the world where only the wind whispers through the stones? Imagine standing there, surrounded by centuries-old ruins, feeling the echoes of lives once lived in complete isolation. Was this a hidden village, a sacred place, or perhaps a refuge from something darker?